Good evening, guys. We have a fun haul for you tonight. If you're just joining us for the first time, on Saturday nights at 8:30 Utah time, we do thrift hauls. We show you all the fun stuff that we thrift, and most of the stuff winds up at our retail space in Lehi, and a few things we keep for our home for decorating. So if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe below. Make sure you hit that notification so you never miss any of our live videos. And when you come on, let us know where you're from and how's the weather, because we've had rain.
We've had rain, a lot of rain, more than normal. Usually it's dried up by now and it's hot. I'm gonna move the camera a little closer. I feel like we're way back there.
Oh.
And kick the chicken feeder twice.
I like that chicken feeder. That looks like mine.
Yeah, we're keeping that one.
Ashley says it's 86 degrees in Arizona. Well, we've had weather down in the 40s for the lows because we've had a cold front come in.
All right, now we're closer. Okay, so if you watched our vlog video yesterday, we did do some thrifting, but we've added to that. There's definitely some more items here than we showed in that video. And I had a couple people ask if we stage pieces through the store. We're just showing you as we find them. We haven't staged anything through the store.
Oh, they think that we stage our finds?
A couple people have been like, oh, they just set that there. They didn't really find that good a deal on that.
Wait, nobody got time for that. When you watch our Friday or Saturday, sometimes depends on when we get up vlogs, what you see in the thrift, like that we thrift, is actually what's there. If I was gonna like stage stuff to find, it would be better stuff than we get.
We'd be showing some sweet stuff.
We'd find like some amazing antiques or something, but not like a candlestick.
Yeah. So, all right, let's start her out. This was not in the video yesterday. This is just a fun little bird cage. It's $3. And what would you put in this, Jamie? Anything?
A plant, like a fake plant probably, or something. Or nothing. I mean, I don't always like put stuff in everything. This it was $3 at DI. Probably originally came from like Hobby Lobby for like 20.
Someone ripped the price tag off.
Yeah. So we'll paint it up cute and probably sell it for, I don't know, $12 to $14.
Most likely white.
No.
It's a dark color underneath.
Or apothecary, you never know. Maybe farm fresh, mix it up, paint it like a light yellow. Yellow's coming in, summertime. Yellow's really popular. People like to incorporate lemons and yellow in their decor.
Plus yellow and birds go well together.
Plus bonus. So anyway, there's that one.
All right, so we have, tell them about the markets that happen at Molly's Forget-Me-Not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so once a month in the summer, we have markets at Molly's Forget-Me-Not, and she has vendors. She invites them to come, and they're all outside. And so today I went to a market, and this is one of the items that I found at the market at Molly's. It was $15. It is a sugar mold. Somebody had planted in it, it looks like.
I don't think this is a repop. This looks like it's legitimately old.
Yeah, you just never can tell, but it does look cool. And even if it's not, even if it is a repop, I don't really care what.
Well, it's been aged from sitting outside, that's for sure.
Yeah, they might have just had plants in it outside for a few years. But I love it, and I'm not going to do any painting to it, at least not yet.
We'll leave it in the house.
It's not for sale. I paid $15 for it at the market, so it wasn't thrift store pricing. I bought it because I was thinking when we do shelves in the laundry room, it would be cute to put some succulents in here. So
we got a few other items that we'll show you on that.
Somebody planted in there. There's dirt.
Yeah. Yep. All right, today we found this. We were out at the thrift store dropping some things off. We had a bunch of old clothes that the kids have grown out of, so we took those to the thrift store and we did some shopping while we were there.
It's a sickness. Drop some off, pick some up.
We've been finding these little churches here and there that are like birdhouses. I don't think this is a birdhouse. This is just purely decor, but it's got some fake crackle on it already. We will probably paint it all one uniform color and probably
do we have a couple of them?
We've
like
only got
churches, or do we have one?
We have one church that's in there now.
Yeah, if we found like a little birdhouse, paint them all like 3 different pastels and then stage them together. Oh, that's cute. All of my birdhouses sold today. I actually don't think that one that we just painted last week. That sold today at the market, and I know a couple of them walked out that like sold today. So I think I might have one left. So I need to get more birdhouses painted, because especially this time of year, people are thinking about birds and summer and all that kind of good stuff.
So we'll probably paint this all white, I think. And then this is just like a fun faceplate that probably is a replica that used to be on the door. The whole thing's repop, but
it's mass produced. How much was it?
We paid $4 for this. Probably sell it for about 12 to 15. It's fairly large.
Yeah, probably like $15 at least. It's really, really cute.
And it's unique. It's not something we've
And when we
seen,
paint
really.
it, it'll look less, how do I say, mass-produced tacky and more, you know, it's not bad. Oh, look, the steeple.
Yeah, the steeple just comes
off.
off.
There he is.
Hey, welcome new member, Catherine Malloy.
Catherine Malloy.
All right, so this is a marriage of cake plates and dome. I will bring it up so you guys can see it.
I don't have any cake plates, so.
We're out. We sold all out of them probably a little while back, but this one has a lot of detail on it. The dome is kind of just plain, not much to it, but it does fit, and we found them at the thrift store together. A lot of times we find the people that work at the thrift stores, they'll have a piece like this, and then they'll have a piece like this, but they won't have the whole set, and they'll just throw them together out there in the thrift store, and the whole deal was only $3.
And I'll sell it for 20. I'll clean it and sell it for 20, which is still a good price for a cake plate, but
Well,
not
even the
quite
dome,
retail.
sometimes we'll find the dome just by itself for $3.
Yeah, so that was a good, and you can probably, I don't know if they can tell, but the detail on the bottom is really pretty.
Yep.
So.
No trip to the thrift store would be complete without finding some candlesticks. It's been a while since we found little ones like this. This one was $1.50. The bigger one was $1, but they're pretty similar design. They take those long, tall, skinny candles.
I would
what
say
are those
they're the
called?
exact same design except for different sizes.
Oh,
Why is Google Home talking to us?
maybe we said, hey, I'll unplug it.
Sorry, we have a Google Mini in the kitchen. It was just.
Oh, look at that. It is the same design except for someone added a little more base. Look
Because
at
I'm all about that base.
Look, so it's the exact same thing except for the base on this one is big. Someone added that, looks like, because it's not the same type of wood as the rest of it. That's cool. All right, and we got a big one here. This is a big, we don't usually go with the square pedestal, but I liked it, so I picked it up. It'll probably
I
look,
didn't even know you put it in the cart.
yeah, $3 all day long.
I don't not like the square pedestal.
I didn't say we didn't like it. We usually just don't find them.
All right.
All right.
Or these are awesome.
While
I
we're
found
on
these.
candlesticks,
These are like the Mac Dash. Show them against your forearm. Those are like the. Look how big those are.
it's like
They're big ones.
they're almost 20 inches tall, but they're solid wood.
April caught my all about that base joke. It was a pretty sad mom joke.
So these will probably get painted up as well. We won't leave them. They're kind of like a weird, shiny, goldish, bronzy, aged but not aged. They might actually be a little bit older.
No, that's a modern sticker.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting painted apothecary. And I know that you're not shocked by that, but I had some really big candlesticks that all sold this week. Some lady came in and she loved that paint color and she bought like 10 apothecary things. So we're devoid of enough apothecary in our space. So we will definitely be painting those. It's funny because this one's shiny and this one's not, but they
These
look very
may
similar.
have been hand turned. The pieces aren't quite uniform on there. That's kind of cool.
Well, the price tag says $80.
$80, huh? Yeah, I'm thinking they were actually hand turned. They're solid
They're
wood.
probably from like an upscale shop.
Yep, because I'm looking at them here, and this is a little different than this, and this looks like it got sanded more than this piece. This is not quite as round. This is more oval, which is, if you get candlesticks from us, I hand turn them on the website, and they're not all going to be identical because I hand turn them.
Yeah,
they're
so
close, but
these will probably be about $22 a piece because they are really cool and really large.
Oh, I don't even know if I said how much they were. They were $6 a piece.
Yeah, so $6 is a little much for a candlestick, but when we can sell them for $22, and whoever buys them is getting a great deal because originally they were $80, and they're gonna look cooler than that when we're done.
Yeah.
Maybe some white wax.
Ooh.
You never know.
You can't fight the white wax. $1.50 basket, looks like an apple basket of some sort. It's all wood, but got a little bit of a nail poking up through here. We'll get rid of that and paint it. What
Maybe
color do
with
you think on
stencils.
this?
I don't know. I actually don't hate the color it is now.
It was $1.50. It's got some stains on it though. It's got like these
It's
weird.
got to get repainted, but I
It's
don't
got
know.
the weird greasy stains,
I
so
don't
we'll
know what
sand
color
those
it is.
off, get rid of that stuff in the bottom, and repaint it. And we'll let that yellow come through.
We gotta paint a lot of stuff in the garage, so we may have like, have mass weddings. We're gonna have mass paintings. We break out the spray gun and be like, and everything is now white, and everything is now apothecary and black and yellow because
So we have
I don't know who bought all that stuff.
You bought it all. We have an IKEA haul video coming up on probably Monday. We're going to be continuing to work on the bathroom, or not the bathroom. You got me thinking on the bathroom already. The laundry room makeover. The laundry room makeover. We're going to continue on that. But Jamie went and got a bunch of stuff from IKEA to kind of tie all of that stuff together. And we'll have that up in the bathroom. The haul will be Monday. The laundry room.
Why are we talking about IKEA?
Because you got a basket that's similar to this, and you like this basket better.
I do, but I don't like to return things. So
I was coming full circle on the story, but then I forgot.
I was like, where are you going with this story? So I bought, we have an IKEA haul on Monday, and you'll see a basket there, and it's similar to this, only it's lighter. And I actually like this basket better, and now I'm sad because this one was only $4, and the one I bought was like 20. But I am not making a return at IKEA unless I absolutely have to.
Someday.
So this one's going to the shop. It'll kind of be a wash because I'll sell this one for like 22. So I paid 4 for this one and 20 for the other one. Instead of returning that one and keeping this one, I'll just sell it for 22 and I'll be up ahead $2.
Someday that IKEA basket.
I don't know if that math works.
Someday that IKEA basket will end up at the thrift store for $4. Watch out for that.
Yep. Oh, Caitlin does returns. Deborah, yeah. You know what happens with Caitlin and returns? I'm like, Caitlin, I don't want to return this, but if you return it, you can have the money.
Get a gift card.
Get a gift card. Buy something for your boys. I am horrible at returns. Whenever I clean my closet out, I always find like bags and bags of things. I try really hard not to buy it if I'm not going to want it.
Yep.
Because I don't like to return it.
Well, usually what happens is we'll end up back at that same store and we'll be like, oh, we forgot the return.
Caitlin says, that's how I got a birthday gift. Don't tell them that your birthday gift was a return. All right, moving on.
Anyway. So a couple of shelves. This one was $3. They're pretty small, but we like it when we can find things with like these fun kind of corbel bracket support dealios there.
Yeah, I think
technical terms, I can't remember what these are called.
I was gonna maybe put
shelf
hooks
brackets
on them, but I'm really undecided. I might just leave them as just cute little shelves. That one I feel like needs hooks. It's kind of boring.
This one was $3. We will get rid of the little country woodland scene. That is just a transfer that someone put on there. It's not original art.
Not an IOD transfer.
And it's fairly dated. The cottage, well, it might not even be.
People still like cottages.
It might not even be that dated per se, but it's not our style.
Zeb's tired. We were laying in bed watching TV before we started, and I think he wants to know what happens on the next episode of Grimm.
It was very suspenseful. We just changed over seasons. All right. Rooster, we have not been finding rolling pins like we used to or chickens like we used to.
I am almost completely sold out of rolling pins, and at one point I had 2 big glass jars full of them, and I have like 3 left. So we're happy when we find roosters or chickens because all my chickens are gone.
I'm going to have to start making more rolling pins just to hand make them.
Yeah, you're going to have to because people love them. The thing is, it's so easy to just find one and paint the handles.
So this is resin. It was probably cast. It was made in China, $2, very well made, lots of detail on this guy. But we're gonna paint him white and then we'll wet distress that back because on resin you don't really wanna sand it, you'll lose a lot of the detail on it.
Yeah, you never wanna sand it and you can break it off too. So only wet distress when you're sealing resin. This is pretty matte, meaning it's not very shiny. So the paint will adhere really well. So we can seal it either with like wax or we could spray on a top coat. I probably wouldn't brush a top coat because this is like lots of detail. And I feel like you would have to really try not to get drips. It would be a pain in the butt to brush a top coat on. Wax or spray. Okay.
Thanks, Les. I've been really trying with my stenciling to not have any bleed through underneath or any seepage.
I'm gonna make you a shirt that says I'm a man who stamps and stencils. I do have a question about JRB stencils. Dawn asked, will we be making holiday stencils for fall and Christmas? We will. So last Christmas we had the Christmas truck that we came out with.
Yep.
But yes, we will have fall and Christmas. They usually come out a couple months ahead of time. Like right now we've already got our summer ones out. At least, so we try to get the ball rolling. So if you guys have ideas for fall and Christmas, you could comment with them and then that would help me.
If you're really wanting something that you just can't find out there, if you comment about it, you may find it in our lineup. All right, so just a couple of little dishes here with, it looks like probably tarnished silver on the lip here.
Yeah.
And check this out, succulents. That's why we got them.
For it, but we're gonna have to get some activated charcoal because my nephew gave me a on our video. He said you need to put activated charcoal, and he also said instead of misting, use a dropper bottle to water them.
So we got one.
Wait for it.
I don't feel like the misting is super bad.
Yeah,
here
I also missed them like down by the roots, but I got a dropper bottle for all of you people that are succulent lovers, and you gave me a hard time. Ordered one on Amazon. It was pretty inexpensive. You could do like a whole ton of them, and I told everybody at the shop, because I have all my succulent arrangements there, that they are not to water any of them, that I will take care of it. So they will not get overwatered.
That was one of the tips we got. Don't let everyone in the family water the succulents because they'll die. They'll get too much water. One person needs to be in charge. That was a great tip. I can't remember off top of my head who it was, but it's in the comments.
In my house, I never have to say that because nobody keeps anything alive unless I tell them to.
So these were...
People, chickens, plants. That's how we roll.
These were $2 each, and with a succulent in them, how much would you sell these for?
Depends on how many succulents. So
Probably
I usually
2 or 3.
We'll do like $3 to $4 per succulent, depending on size, and then plus the cost of the item. So I would sell these for $5 a piece. So they'd be $5 plus the cost of the succulent.
So like 16 to 20, depending on how many succulents you put in there.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
You can buy some and then you can propagate them and make more, and that's how you really make money on them.
So these have a fun little detail on them that's stamped in. I think they're just tin. I don't think they're super fancy.
Chris DeRoche answered the question, yes. Charcoal keeps the moisture out and keeps the plants from getting root rot. Perlite also does it. I got a text from my nephew.
So we are also going to plant in these. And a lot of people are asking about drainage and things on these.
Succulents don't. If you,
we are not watering them enough that the whole soil will get wet. So not really worrying about that. All right, Mir.
Chris is giving everybody gardening advice because she's been to Plant Bar like a lot of times. Oh, thanks, Dina.
Oh, look, there you guys are. Ta-da!
You can see yourself.
Okay, so this is a fun mirror. It'll probably get painted and wet distress. You guys know how we like to wet distress so that we don't sand that detail off. It's got these fun little flower details down in here.
Would you guys like to see a day of us just doing mirrors? Because we have about 20 in the garage now. I would like to do a whole video on mirrors. I actually love transfers, but I think we could do some stenciling on them that would also be cool. So let us know if that's something you guys would like to see, because I would just like to see it out of my garage.
So this mirror was $4 and this one was $6, and both of them will probably sell for the $25 range. The smaller one that's $4 maybe around 19 to 20.
No, that'll be at least 20. And this is pretty big. So this is at least $25. It's really ornate. So this one here we'll only paint that white and do like a wet distress. I probably won't put anything on the mirror because the frame is so busy. I think anything on the mirror would detract from the beauty of the frame.
I'm going to pull the camera back here.
On some of the smaller ones, I think they work well to add some transfers on them. And I actually got a big long mirror that I'm going to put a transfer on just along the bottom. And I'm going to show you guys, if I do a video, I'll show you how to cut apart the transfers to mix and match and make a transfer a little bit further. So I guess it's yes, they love the mirrors. So we'll have to stick that on the editorial calendar.
Tell them about this, Jamie.
This is a hand-pieced quilt. It's all tattered and I flippin' love it. My mom would be like, why would you buy a ratty old quilt? Because I love them. This isn't for sale. I paid $25 for it. If I were to sell this quilt, it would probably sell somewhere in the $75 to $80 range. I picked it up at the market today. It was my first purchase of the day, and I purchased it right as the market started, and I love it. It's like a crazy quilt. Somebody took a bunch of leftover fabric. The coloring's really pretty, pink backing. I actually have one very similar to that in my collection of quilts that was made by a great aunt of mine. So
it'll go great on our quilt ladder or in the basement.
Yeah, that one's in the quilt ladder. I was actually thinking about putting that one in the basket that's here because I'm redoing some stuff in the living room, so it might go in the basket. I don't know. Or I might just wash it and use it to snuggle with. I love old type.
So that was from the market. We have a couple other things from the market. And then we'll talk.
Oh, we got two more things.
Then we'll talk about these chairs. This chair here.
All right, this is also a Jami keeper. like a chicken feeder, but people use them to put like old antique plates in. I'm gonna do a little research and figure out what I'm gonna like, how I'm gonna stage it. But I'm thinking on my dining table, maybe my grandma's plates.
Oh, I was gonna say we need to get some plates, but we have your
I have a whole
grandma's
box
plates
of my
that
grandma's brown transfer.
we have literally moved those plates like 9 times from house to house to house and never displayed them one time.
Yeah, I love this. This was $30, but for how big it is and the fact that it's authentic and not a reproduction, it is a great price. And if you were to buy that even as a reproduction with that kind of patina on it, that chicken feeder would cost you at least $80. So I thought $30 was really, really reasonable. This is another piece that we picked up. It's not actually a window. It's from an old antique hutch. It's got the hardware on it, so you can see it's got a keyhole and there's hardware on the back step if you want to show them on the other side.
Oh yeah,
and it has
the knob.
The original wavy glass, which you probably can't see, but it's seated. Seated means there's like little pockets of air that got into the glass when they made it, and the actual glass in real life has like a wave to it. And when you can find that authentic glass, it's if you're a glass person like me, it's money. So I'm
like that might be worth making a whole hutch out of and just have that be in the front.
No, we're not making anything with it. We're going to clean it up and we're going to do something fun, and it's going to probably go in the basement because the basement's like the area I'm working on right now to decorate. It's the only wall space in the house. So. All
right, so we found some pressed oak chairs. We were there as they were bringing these out.
Hold on, it was $20.
Oh. The window was, the door?
So it's a little spendy to make money on, but $20 was more than reasonable for something I'm keeping.
You'll find that if you watch enough, we usually spend more money on the stuff we plan on keeping for ourselves because they're more unique items.
Yeah, and I may sell it eventually and then I won't make as much money and profit on it. But if it's something I'm going to keep, I'm willing to pay a little bit more. I'm still like a good deal getter, but I'm willing to splurge a little. I want the people that I'm buying it from, like, I usually won't negotiate if it's something for me because I want them to be able to make a profit, just like I want to make a profit on my pieces. Okay, chairs. We have 4 of these.
Pressed oak chairs, and they've gotten really popular. We used to not be able to get rid of them, and now we can't keep them in stock.
I don't think that was ever a problem getting rid of them.
Well, we had trouble keeping them sturdy. Sometimes you get them and they're real wobbly once they get loose. It's hard to sturdy them back up. So if you find them in good shape, snatch those up. If they're under like $10, it's still a good deal. But we will probably sell these. We'll paint them up and probably be about $50 a chair.
Yeah, these chairs sell very well. Molly sells a ton of them. I actually can't hardly find them. I picked up 4 of them for $8 each, and I'm gonna paint them each a different color. And then we have this space out in front of the shop where it's kind of like where you could plant flowers, I guess, and it has a railing and it's right in front of the main window. So I think I'm gonna paint them and put them out there to kind of draw people into the shop.
I probably should get a real screwdriver to keep in the kitchen, so I don't have to go to the garage if I need it. Instead of using the kitchen screwdrivers, which are actually knives.
Oh my goodness.
They work for so many things. We're gonna paint these candlesticks up apothecary because we're all out. They sold. So we got
I'm gonna paint pink. I'm thinking pink because I got this pink.
You're gonna go with your pink quilt?
Yeah, and I've got this pink peonies. I don't know if I should show you. I got 2 of these. These are gorgeous. Have you guys been to Trader Joe's? These are real, by the way. I have 2 big jars on my dining table with these flowers, and these are from IKEA, and it takes 4 bunches from Trader Joe to get them full. But I'm obsessed with this color scheme right now, so I'm gonna pick the lighter shade and I'm gonna go pink, and then maybe I'll paint a chair coral, I don't know, and mint and
we have 4 of the chairs, so.
Yeah, but yeah, these are gorgeous. So if you guys have a Trader Joe's, I think they are, Caitlin purchased them because she lives by Trader Joe's. I think they were $8.99 for 5, so they're my favorite. I got 2 of them on my dining table. All right, back to painting. So if you guys are new, then you probably haven't seen us paint our thrift finds. You should clean your stuff really well. I don't always worry about it because I sand them really good. If it's really dirty, then I make sure to scrub it. DIY paint sticks to almost, anything. And it's non-toxic, which means it's okay to do in the house. Okay,
All right, I'm gonna paint this. You're gonna paint a chair?
You think I can make this chair before you paint those 2 candlesticks?
I'm pretty sure of it.
Hold on, I'm not ready.
You should flip it up and do it upside down. Okay, so we're going to speed paint. Hopefully Caitlin's answering all your questions because we had so much stuff tonight that we haven't been answering questions good. We've been going through it. All right, Jamie's gonna paint that.
There's no way I'm gonna get this. You have to paint all 3.
All 3? Okay, hang on. Let me pull the sticker off.
If you want to purchase this paint or the brushes we're using, it's jamirayvintage.com. It's down in the description box. This is Petticoat Pink and Apothecary. Ready and go.
Wait, I'm peeling a sticker. She cheated.
I'm not cheating. This is harder to paint than what you got. This is like 52 candlesticks.
This is not. It's like maybe 4. I have 3 candlesticks.
Oh
here.
yeah, right. I could.
Look at all my detail.
All right, but the problem is when I'm painting fast, I can't talk, so it might not be very interesting.
So you'll see, we're both kind of, you can't really see what Jamie's doing. She's hiding it back behind, but she's brushing the rung of the chair side to side like I am. A lot of people ask why we don't brush vertically, and it's because once you get your second coat on, most of those brush strokes will go away and you'll get much better coverage, and it's easier to do it like this. The brush strokes will go in the right direction with the curve of the wood and the detail rather than vertically up and down the piece, and they'll be hardly noticeable.
Yeah, anything that's cylindrical detail, I usually do side to side. The rungs, like the straight rungs, I usually go up and down is easy, but...
Oh, she's making me paint faster than I normally would.
Oh gosh. You know you're gonna win. Hand painting chairs is probably one of my least favorite, tasks.
Oh, but it gives such a cool effect in the brush
cool
stroke.
Effect.
The brush
If
strokes.
you like the patina of hand painted, we get asked a lot, how do I get rid of the brush strokes? So when you're using DIY paint, if you use a squirt bottle to kind of wet your paint, you can get a really good soft finish and less brush strokey. But if I am taking the effort to hand brush something, I want people to know that I hand brushed it. Otherwise, I just use a spray gun with my DIY paint and I get a perfectly smooth finish, and it's really easy. We have videos on using a spray gun, so if you guys have any questions on that, those are pretty good to refer to.
Yeah, if you want a factory finish, that's the way to go.
There's no way.
No way what?
There's no way.
You're already almost done with the base. I'm still on my first candlestick.
I am not. There's no way. You also have to paint the church.
What?
Yeah, and the church.
I'm gonna go get my sprayer out. I'll be done. I would already be done if I had the sprayer out.
Yeah, you would be. Chairs are a little difficult because chairs have a lot of weird angles. You think you get a chair all the way painted and you flip it another direction and you're like, oh, where did that come from? And honestly, if I wasn't planning on painting these all different colors, I probably would spray it, but there's no way I'm changing out the gun to do 4 different colors on these chairs.
So probably my favorite paint job that Jamie's ever done on a chair, we have a yellow ombre chair that she did. It's a pressed oak chair just like this. Well, not exactly like that, similar. And just search ombre chair or whatever, Jami Ray Vintage ombre chair, and that video will come up. It's a really cool chair.
Jack helped me.
Yep.
He's a pretty good little painter. I got him a little, oh gosh, my nose is just, picnic table from Caitlin, and we're gonna paint that together next week.
You and Jack?
Yeah. Just let him pick the colors. It'll be real interesting. I'll put it on his side of the backyard. He always shows people go to look at my backyard, and he shows them, he's like, well, there's my mom's side, but here's the good stuff. And he shows them his trampoline and the fort and the playground area, so I'm sure that if he paints that, it'll go on the good side, on his side of the backyard. No, there's no way. Whew, because these are detailed, hard to get to too, because they're like little.
I'm only on the second candlestick.
And if I had my French round, it would be easier.
This is almost like painting a table leg. These are big.
They're nice. My nose is itching.
What's going on with your nose over there?
I don't know. I don't know what was in the house of whoever this came from. It's making my nose itch.
Did you sniff the wet paint?
Did I sniff the wet paint? It's not going to do anything. Alright, almost done with the bottom here.
This clay paint is so natural, it'd be like sniffing mud. Seriously.
Who sniffs mud?
I don't know, but it definitely has a distinct smell when it's wet.
It's like clay, like dirt.
I may not even do a second coat. This apothecary
No, it needs a second
is
coat.
covering pretty well. When we wet distress, might not need it.
No, it's pretty streaky.
It's not streaky. Can you guys see the streaks? It's not streaky.
Camera never shows. In fact, I have people, they tell me, how do you, so I am going to break my own rule. On these ones, this is how I'm going to save time. I'm going to go up and down, and then I'm going to go side to side to get all the details, because you got to get into all these little weird crack situations here.
If you guys want to know a real secret, I have apothecary. We paint so much apothecary. I have a special gun designated just for this color. And I will probably just go outside and spray this for the second coat.
Yeah, we will brush the second coat. But you'll still get all the effect of the brush strokes.
Yeah, since we first coated it with the brush, you'll still see the brush strokes and the imperfections, which is all the better.
All the better. All right, I'm getting underneath this crack. This chair was done back in the day when cream and glaze and splatter were popular. Somebody like splattered this chair. I would say probably 80s it was painted. Glaze is coming back though. People like it.
Yeah. If you guys want glaze, Dark and Decrepit is amazing. The DIY Dark and Decrepit that you can get at jamirayvintage.com.
Oh, look at you, little infomercial.
Hint, hint. Anyway, it's got a built-in sealer. So once you glaze and get it where you want, you don't have to reseal your piece. You're done.
This reminds me when we would be getting ready for markets, like market prep. You know, you gotta like paint super fast because you gotta get like $2,000 worth of inventory painted in like 2 days.
In a week.
I'm going up.
So this candlestick is much shinier on the finish than these. So this is definitely going to take a couple coats, and you'll be able to see the brush strokes more on this than you would on that other one, because you're going to have to build the coats of paint up a little more because it's shiny.
I'm going to need you to paint that house too. There's a lot of surface area here. I'm standing on a chair.
You said 3 candlesticks. Back me up, guys. She said 3 candlesticks, right?
Sometimes you gotta change the...
It was originally 2, and then it went to 3, and now she's trying to throw the church in there.
We always play Jami wins. You know this. I'm the baby of the family, and I'm spoiled. I gotta get my way. That's what I hear. All right. I see. I like that you're not agreeing with me on that one.
I'm the oldest. I'm always right.
I'm
the oldest of my family, so there's, you know, when mom and dad are away, I was in charge like all the time, so I'm always right.
That's true. Usually oldest and youngest don't always work, especially if the youngest has a strong personality. But I think because I was raised kind of like an only child, even though I have siblings, because they're so much older than me, it's a different dynamic.
Well, how old were you when Karen moved out? 3?
3.
Yeah.
I had the best of both worlds. I got sisters. They were kind of like aunts when I was growing up, and then now we're just like sisters, even though they're older than me. And it was being raised by your grandparents, because my parents
Not
were
the
older.
sisters, her parents.
Sorry. Yeah, my parents were older, 43 and 49 when they had me. All right, I'm getting there. Oh, I missed it. See what I mean? Like I thought I had this whole side done, and I got like all kinds of things here.
So an important thing with DIY paint, I've got brush strokes, I can see them. I'm gonna let this completely dry before I hit it with the brush again. Otherwise, I'll just wipe all that paint off because it reactivates. It's starting to get a little tacky at the bottom of the base. Just leave it alone, let it dry. When you come back to put your second coat on shiny things, go over it once, go over it maybe a second time to smooth it out, and then don't brush that area again because the paint will activate, and if it's shiny, it'll pull it right off.
Yeah, when you put that second coat on, brush soft. I always brush fast, so it's not very hard. And it's not even something I even realized until I had people like, how come it's taking the paint off? It's because it reactivates it. Oh, I'm getting tired here, Zeb.
Gotta power through.
Get the church.
I'm using my dislocated arm to paint, all right?
Technically, you already won. But we're both going to win when we get all these paint.
Should I do these little ones, apothecary, too?
Yeah, all the candlesticks. Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant all the candlesticks.
So, do we have any white candlesticks?
I don't know, but you might want to flip the camera up because
They can see what I'm
see
doing.
what you're doing. All right, I'm going on the
Here,
chair.
we'll watch Jami up here at the
Well,
top.
they're not going to see me. I'm painting backwards.
Just painting the back of it.
Painting the front of it, but I'm not.
We'll stay down.
I'll show you guys when I'm done. I promise you, I'm painting.
She's just up here going through the motions. There's no paint on that brush. She's faking it.
Faking it, whatever. I'm almost finished this whole chair. This chair will need another like light touch-up coat, but I like to give these a big, good, heavy, chippy distress, and this would be cute maybe with a stencil on the seat. I might even seal it with an outdoor sealer like the one that we did our patio furniture with, so somebody could make it into a porch chair. Especially if I'm going to be keeping them outside for display. We get asked all the time, can I use DIY outside? You can. You need to use an outdoor sealer that's water-based, because this is water-based paint. You don't want it to yellow with it.
So, update on that. We painted all the furniture under our pavilion and sealed it with Kills Clear. It's a water-based outdoor paint.
It's kind of stinky, so you said it well. It's not.
Yeah, it's not VOC free or anything like that. It's got chemicals in it, but it worked really well so far. We've had a ton of rain, and since we put those out there, and it's holding up great.
And my table with the IOD transfer has held up too.
Yeah.
So with the IOD transfer, I put big top or top coat, I can't remember.
It was top coat.
First, I used top coat first because it's all natural. Then I put the Kills Clear over that. I'm done. So I don't really win because you won the original bet. But
I didn't get the church, but I got 5 candlesticks.
Good job. The transfer stuck. So if you guys want to do, we'll do a few more trials. But so far, if you want to use an IOD transfer outside, if you seal it with like a water-based top coat, then the outdoor sealer, you might have good luck because we have.
I missed the spot on the second tall candlestick. Where?
Oh, what? The time's not up. Oh, I missed a spot too. There's a few spots here. Can't take.
That's all right. We'll get them when we do second coat and spray them.
I gotta get all these details in the cracks and these little spindles. I need my French round is what I need.
All right, so there you guys saw it. No prep. We wiped this chair down. The candlesticks we didn't.
Wipe it down.
Oh, you didn't wipe that one?
No.
We didn't wipe the chair down. The candlesticks, I didn't wipe them down at all, and painted them. Good to go. Like no.
You guys, you should give him a little pan on the chair. It's so cute.
No prep paint.
Well, minimal prep, because if you could see your face in this, I would have sanded it.
Yeah, we would have done a little bit.
And if
of
I wasn't
sanding.
heavy distressing, then I probably would have made sure it was.
But on that note, a little bit of sanding. Like if you sand for more than 5 minutes, you sanded too much. It just needs to be scuffed up so it's not shiny anymore.
Just making sure all the cracks are painted. This thing has a lot of detail. Whew. Remember when I used to hand brush every chair? And I would do dining sets? I can't flip this
We
without
didn't
getting...
start spraying until I came home from to work full time.
Yeah, and then even then I didn't do it for a long time. I was like, nope, it's too hard. I'm not going to do it. And the first few times I hated it. I was like, oh my gosh, I could just use a brush. But then once I got it down, I was like, heck yes. All right, well, we didn't have anybody that made good YouTube videos about it, so.
Yeah, we were figuring it out.
Didn't come to help. I think this one. Can you flip this chair around so we can show it to him?
Yep.
Oh, you're still painting.
I'm getting
that church done.
church.
Good job. Am I missing like 1,000,003 comments?
Yep. Oh, you got a big spot right there.
Oh. Boom. That's why I always take my paintbrush and bag it up, and then as I come back to it, I'll find spots. Chairs are hard. Well, there's a drip there.
I see lots of comments, guys. We'll have to read those later. If you really, really need your question answered and we didn't get to it, hit up customer care at jamirayvintage.com. Email us. You can turn it around.
I'll get paint all over me.
All right.
Your arms are longer.
That was my sad, you can move it yourself face.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't like to do my work for me. You did good on all this apothecary stuff.
I know, apothecary cover's amazing. All right, we're gonna go flying. Ignore if you see dishes in the sink.
Yeah, we didn't do our dishes. We were watching Grimm.
We're taking a Saturday afternoon off.
We take a lot of
All
time
right,
to
so
watch
there's the
TV.
Presto chair. Painted. It's already drying. We'll be ready for a second coat.
That's why they sell so well. They're so stinking cute painted.
Little bit of distress, probably wet distress, and then probably sand the seat. What we'll do is we'll
do
sand
wet
it
distress on all the round
Yeah.
parts, and then an orbital on all the flat parts.
with a 220 grit sandpaper up here on the flat spots, and that'll just smooth that out. Oh look, she's finishing the church for me.
you know, you move the chair for me, so that's how marriage works, right? Give and take. You do a little for me, I do a little for you.
Yep.
All right. The church is cute.
Yeah, when I spied it, I'm like, $4 seems like a lot, but it's pretty big, so I'm gonna go for it.
You spied it good. All right, I just got pink on this, and it's got that cute key. All right, let's read some comments. I'll let you finish this, and I'll look up comments.
All right.
All right, let me.
Jamie's gonna try to scroll back and see if
Hold on, let me wipe off the fingers before I do any scrolling. There's paint all over this. Okay. What do we got here? Oops, this is yours. It's like a shorter stool.
Yep.
Now you're going to be so tall and I'm going to be way short. So Zeb and I don't know if you guys know this, but so we can get in the same frame, I sit on a much taller stool than him. So if we swap stools like we are now, there's a bigger height difference. Oh, they were wondering if you found the church bell. Did we ever find the church bell to that church?
I never found the bell for that other church. I think it's already sold, isn't it? We sold it without the bell.
No, I don't think so.
Is it still in the shop?
Oh, the tall, skinny one? Or was there's another church? That was the birdhouse.
Oh.
The church is still in there, okay.
We still have the church
We did
in there?
not find the bell. Hey Sailor is the best navy DIY. Yeah, Hey Sailor is a good navy. Simone says, I'm the fastest painter in the West. It's possible.
She does paint really fast.
Yeah.
I usually don't brush stuff. I will literally just take it outside and spray it.
Let's see.
Hey Odelia, can you
says,
fix the kids' screen?
I
in the
can't
back?
believe you painted that chair so fast. I've got 4 to do, 2 coats on, and I'm going to try spraying. It'll be good if you spray them. I did miss a few spots. The good thing about that chair is it's very busy, meaning it's got lots of cracks and it's oak, so there's lots of places to hide imperfection and brush strokes. If it was a really smooth, modern chair, you'd have to go a little bit slower to get it nice and neat. But once I distress that, it'll be great. Yeah, you won. Linda says you won. You did.
Thanks,
I got
guys.
some pink on that.
That's okay. We'll blend it.
It's a blended paint finish now.
And now it's a blended paint church. I like that so much better all one color though.
All right. Deborah says she got her laundry folded while watching me.
Awesome. Hey, that is an accomplishment. One of my least favorite things to do is laundry. I like to do what I call the basket method. You wash it, you dry it, you put it in a basket. When it's dirty, you put it in a basket. Then you repeat that cycle.
Yeah. So, let's see. What the heck? All right. You guys, if you're talking about making your own chalk paint, I'm probably going to remove your comments, not because I have anything against it, but just because that's not what this channel is about, and only because I've known a lot of people to have problems with it, and I don't want people to come back and ask me about it because I don't know anything about it.
We tried it a couple times a long time ago and did not have good results, so we stick with manufactured chalk paints.
Yeah, for sure. So I totally think if you want to do it, that's cool, but we don't on our channel just because we tried it and it didn't work out for us. We tried to go the less expensive route and save money, and the other thing too is it can be very dangerous if you're not careful. If you inhale any of that stuff that you're using to make it with, it's super bad for your lungs. So in Australia, you can get Sweet Pickens milk paint, and you can get, I believe, Annie Sloan in Australia. So those are a couple of good options for things to find. I sell Sweet Pickens and we ship there, but there are actually Sweet Pickens retailers in Australia, so you don't have to pay shipping. I don't know exactly where they're at, but you could find them on the retailer map. What? I was going to say something else. Somebody asked a question. I got totally distracted.
All right, now I gotta paint this little top of the steeple. It's not glued on, and I'm worried that it'll get lost at some point down the road, so I will glue that steeple on. Once this is all dry, I'll take it off and glue it.
If you had a question and I didn't answer it, comment below and I'll answer your question, because I swear I saw a comment, but I think I've been getting up early because I've been trying to work out, and so I even get up early on the days I don't work out, and so I've been up since 5 o'clock and my brain's it's a little foggy.
You have done this yourself. All right, keys painted.
Well, I wasn't going to paint the key.
Oh, too late now. It'll wash off if you really want.
I'll just wet distress it. It'll be good. Navy blue and pale pink are cute. I like those colors together.
I also like gray and pink. I don't really love pinks, but if you put gray and pink together, I'm on board.
Ginger says, are there samples of DIY or color chart? We do sell them in 8-ounce sample jars. There is a digital color chart that I don't feel is 100% accurate, so we try to give the best descriptions we can on our website. If you're ever not sure about a color and you need some more description than what the website has, you can always email Caitlin and we can try to help you out there. The difference between Apothecary and Farm Fresh. So Apothecary is more like green, like a light green, and Farm Fresh is a deeper, rich green. I think they're in the same family.
I'll go grab a Farm Fresh.
Now I got my eye is like...
I'm going to see if I can find a sample.
It's twitching.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what's going on. Sorry. My nose was itching. Now my eye is twitching. Chad, postage to Australia is spendy. It usually runs minimum about $100 to ship there. The best thing I can offer is that if you're going to order a ton of stuff, you'll pay less per item to have it shipped. I wish it was less. Maybe someday we'll be able to figure that out. Who is this magical Caitlin? Caitlin Chambers, she's on here right now. She is the magical Caitlin. She handles all of our customer care, and she also does a myriad of other things. She brought me flowers. She's my niece. She's amazing. Everybody needs a Caitlin. Deborah says gray and pink is a winner, Zeb, for sure.
We may have used all the Farm Fresh. I'm not finding it.
Oh, man. There's a quart of Farm Fresh in there. Zeb's looking for, I probably need potassium. That's why I got an eye twitch. I eat a lot of bananas, so I think I'm just tired. Have you ever watered down dark and decrepit with Big Top so it's not so dark? I haven't, but I bet that would work. I don't know why it wouldn't.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Crystal says, eye twitches from painting so fast trying to catch up. Sharon says, got the new stencils. I love them and can't wait to get going.
All right, I'm going to bring these close. I've got Farm Fresh and Apothecary here, and you'll get a really good idea of the difference in the color. They're friends, but they're not the same at all.
Lisa Henley, if you want to wants to know with milk paint, with the lacquer, how to get the chippy finish. You want that lacquer almost dry, but still a little tacky, and then paint it. Oh, there we go.
Farm Fresh, Apothecary.
And I'm probably going to use a grain sack stencil if I put one on the chair. Those are my new favorites. All right, I think my eyes twitch when I'm tired. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Zeb will be talking to me and all of a sudden I am crazy busy all day long bouncing off the walls, and then when I'm ready to go to bed it's like this.
She's a good sleeper. It's been like that since we were dating. I'd go over to her house and we'd be hanging out watching TV, and I'd be talking to her about what was going on TV and look over and she'd be passed out, like gone. So I'd just go say bye to her parents and go home.
Yeah, when we went to prom, because we've been together for a long time, my mom's like, you guys can stay out till like 1 or 2 and go to breakfast afterwards. At 10:30, I looked over at Zeb at prom and I'm like, take me home, I'm ready to go to bed. So I've kind of always been that way. All right, guys, we had really a great time tonight. Thanks for joining us. Hope you didn't mind the great paint race tonight. Zeb is definitely the winner.
I got 6 things painted. I feel good about that. But your chair definitely...
There's a spot, though. You missed a spot.
Yeah, I'll get it.
There's that one. See?
These chairs, though, are probably one of the hardest chairs she could have picked to brush. There's so much detail and rungs and...
Yeah, definitely. And if I had my French round, I would have beat you.
Yeah, that's
true. Those
true.
are the best for chair rungs. Anyways, all right. I just hit something the wrong thing. Oh, I was like, where'd they go?
All right, guys, we're gonna go. Have a great weekend. We will see you Monday with the IKEA haul, and we're gonna show you in that video kind of what we do with some of those items. It'll be a little more.
Finish the laundry room and a few other things.
I don't know if that's all happening.